So let me take you 2000 years back in history, the continent of Europe. There lived a man called Verus. He lived in the fringes of the Roman Empire. One day in spring, the Romans attacked his village. The women and children fled. And Verus, along with his other villager men, stood back and fought. But they never stood a chance. So Verus became a slave. And it took 50 days to reach Italy by foot. Verus was a strong man, so he ended up in the quarry. And at midday, it felt as if he had been baked alive. He worked from sunrise to sunset every day, cutting stones for a vast new project in the center of Rome. A brand new amphitheater having capacity of over 55,000 was going to be built in the center of Rome as commissioned by the emperor. Its role would not only be entertainment, it was a place where people met and were controlled by the emperor. A very important political tool. Any guesses as to what we're talking about? Exactly. The Roman Collosium was opened in the year 80 AD and is hugely impressive. Given the scale of the enterprise, it was built remarkably quickly. The Roman Collosium stands as glorious but a troubling monument to the Roman imperial power and cruelty. Behind those serried ranks of arches and columns, the Romans cold-bloodedly killed thousands of people for centuries, whom they called as professional fighters, animals, and even criminals. But the first thing that strikes your mind when you look at the Colosseum is not its cruelty and brutality. It's the engineering and the architectural marvel that has left even today's scholars puzzled. How many of you have been to a modern stadium in the recent past? Well, we're able to view the entire field sitting in some corner stadium, the people before you stand kept cheering on the seats. 2000 years back, the Romans enjoyed the full view of the field, sitting in some corner of the Colosseum. The people before them standing kept cheering on their seats, hands up in the air, etc. When was the last time you had been to a stadium that was flooded with water over 10 meters depth and ships were brought in just to show those ships that sailed by? 2000 years back in the Roman Collosium, water used to be flooded up to 10 meters depth and ships used to be brought in just to show the Romans the great naval victories, how they won that great naval war. And the cream of the engineering, over 55,000 people could enter and exit the Colosseum in less than 14 minutes time. Would that be possible in any modern stadium today? Well, as it is, our many modern habits have just been copied from Roman style of life. Right from our toilet habits, to our city habits, the road system, etc. Just copied from the Roman style of living. Similarly, in a stadium, the ticketing system, the seating occurred in a glass system, is all from Roman style. The Colosseum had total 3 levels. The first level was the ground level. It was fully decorated and was very luxurious. It was meant for the emperor and higher ministers. Above the first level was second level. It was less decorated and was meant for the middle class people. And the interesting part is the third level, the topmost level, meant for the lower class people. Used to get heated up under the scorching sun. And this, it seems, provoked them to violence, physical fights due to the gathering in the Colosseum. Very undesirable. But as the great Roman engineering goes, the Roman Colosseum was roofed. First time in history, any stadium that is roofed. If you see present-day stadium roof, there's not our mind at work. It's just called the Roman style. And this roof was made of a special material which not only cut out the heat, but also kept the nerves cool. Remarkable, isn't it? Well, the true Colosseum story was that of the gladiators. The gladiators were specially trained slaves that were trained into being cruel and brutal and kill each other. Man fought animal just to show superiority, just for entertainment's sake. The gladiator games were the most cruelest games in history. Our man Verus could not bear the relentless grind of the stone quarry and was chosen as a trainee gladiator. He forged his friendship with other trainee gladiators just to know the hardships of a gladiator life. He learned that life as a gladiator can be cruel, brutish and short. But with sheer luck on his side, sheer luck, and also with some courage and some skill, he became a star gladiator. And he became rich and attracted the admiring hordes of women, ultimately his freedom. And today, after 2000 years, the charming Colosseum still stands, has seen many great events, witnessed many deaths. And the Colosseum was a place where people met, and the Romans thereby defined and drafted the true meaning of the social life. If it wasn't for the Colosseum, and it wasn't for the churches at the bend, we wouldn't have any malls or stadiums or any public gathering places today. The whole concept is a Roman concept of public meetings. But Toastmasters wouldn't have existed. It was the Romans. So the Colosseum stood there and served its purpose for over 200 years. And due to its plunder, and also due to fire and earthquake, 2/3 of the originals have been lost. And the Colosseum that stands today is just a shadow of its former self, a noble ruin of the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Ajay. I would propose we should also have the Colosseum.